What do you mean? Like, what was that? What did that mean?
If you're getting me on there,
You're not on the video, man. You're not on the video. I'm just saying, like, what did that mean? Like, what was you saying? Like, we're not looking for problems. We just preventing them.
How are you preventing?
Because if we see a problem, we make sure it don't pop up again.
By doing what?
Man, you act like I'm gonna say all that on here.
Uh-huh.
I'm just saying, man. It's like,
So if you're not gonna say it on there, how are they gonna know you're gonna do that?
man, because listen, everybody who need to know what it is. That's why they ain't fuck with me again after that. They knew just by the way I stood up. I was ready to go. They didn't want that. They knew it. They didn't want that. And I talked to Rich about it. Rich was like, yeah, no, fuck that motherfucker, man. He put the word out. You know, like, motherfuckers know if motherfuckers see that shit again, man, like, The funniest shit too, the dude in the truck, he be like, when he drove by the truck, he was Hispanic and he cussed them out over it. He said, come on. He was mad as hell. He was mad. I have no idea, but it was someone who fucked with me. Cause because that's who I think called the police too.
Who called the police? What are we talking about?
When they jumped me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I told you the police. I walked right by him on the way home. Yeah, and I think the dude in the truck is who called him. Cause he yelled out the window. I was expecting him to get out. I fully thought he was gonna like get out. We was both gonna fight these motherfuckers. He was like, come on, and I'm like. That motherfucker ain't get out the car though. I literally am on the ground looking up.
Well,
I'm
you
like,
can't get involved with the police, probably.
bro, like, man, you should have done something, bro. If you see this, you should have done something. Man, but it's like the police showed up, and I swear to God, man, they put the bird in the air over the shit. They put the bird in the air.
What does that mean?
They put a helicopter in the sky over the shit. I swear to God. Because literally an hour later, we don't get helicopters flying over the city at night unless they're looking for someone. And I hear the bird in the air literally like 40 minutes later. And I know because the police would have drove right past me and pulled up to where it was just said that there was 4 people and 1 person fighting. 5, and then they pull up and no one's there. The first thing I think that's going to go through a cop mind is they're going to be like, oh, they took him with him. Like, let's see if we could, you know what I'm saying? This shit was funny as hell.
Well, it was nice of them to respond.
Well, I mean, shit, but it's not like I was going to call them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't need them motherfuckers.
They don't know that.
Yeah, I mean, bro, if I needed them, I would have called them. If I was that type of person. I don't need them, though. I don't need them motherfuckers.
Yeah, you may need them. You don't know that.
Someday I might die before that. No, like that's just it's my face card. I will never be that person. I will never be that person. I'm sorry. I will never do that.
Do what?
I will never call the police. I just won't.
Even if your son wasn't?
Bro, you ever seen the movie Taken? Even if my son was. You ever seen the movie Taken? Hell no, I'm not going to call the police. Yeah, I saw it.
It was so stupid.
The movie was lit.
No.
Liam Neeson was lit.
Yeah, right.
Yo, Liam Neeson was so lit in that movie, bro. He was so lit in the movie Taken.
Yeah, by the time he gets to her, jeez.
Yeah, but he saved her, though. That's the point.
Lucky.
He saved her, though. Liam Neeson was on some super gangster shit in that movie. He was super gangster. He was a gangster and a gentleman. Huh?
I hated that. I literally hated it.
I remember we went to go see that shit. You was like, that movie was trash. He was so bad. That shit was funny as hell. It was a good movie, though. I can't even understand how you could be mad about that.
Oh my God, the poor girl. All those hours go by.
Yeah, but he knew what was going on. He was straight. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's Liam Neeson, man. Liam Neeson. Bro, I love Liam Neeson. He's like
That was my last Liam Neeson movie. then he kept doing ones like it.
Yeah, because he's good at it. It's like the dude from Criminal Minds with emotion. You know what I'm saying? You know how you always said the problem with like Steven Seagal and the dude from Criminal Minds is their face never changes. Like they always have the same face. They don't have no emotion. He's like them but with emotion. You see what I'm saying? That's why he kept doing it. He was good at it. I don't think I've seen the dude from Criminal Minds and nothing else either. Steven Seagal washed up.
What?
Steven Seagal washed up. He's it's sad. It's sad. He went from being like on top of the world to like now he's whatever, bro. Like he started going to fucking UFC events and telling the UFC reporters, specifically on the side of fighters that like could not speak English, like mainly Brazilian fighters like Anderson Silva, being like, yeah, I taught him how to do that kick right there, like. So it's almost like looking back on it, I could tell he's like just saying anything, knowing that like people like Anderson Silva might not understand what he's saying, and like are like, oh yeah, and whatever. Like so, it's basically like a game of telephone where they never get to.
He's probably thinking, oh, by seeing me on
no, but it's the fact that the fighters he was doing it with could not like they don't speak English. I don't think. So it's almost like you're creating this loop where they're just seeing your face and them. And so it's like a game of telephone where they can never really understand what you're saying. You see what I'm saying? Because they don't speak English. So like you could say whatever you want. You could be like, yeah, I helped them win this fight. And really you didn't do none of that shit. But they just be on some like... it was sad seeing it. It was like the de-evolution of some Steven Seagal, man. It was messed up, man. He had it all, bro. He had all them movies. They put him in the Mountain Dew commercial, all that. And, yeah. I think where he messed up is he started trying to be more than an actor. Yeah, every time. You don't understand. I want Steven Seagal in a movie right now. He gonna come in and try to change my whole script up. He gonna try to write his whole part different. Yeah. Like, you know the movie Hard to Kill? With him in it, he.
I never really saw a Steven Seagal movie.
Okay, so the movie Hard to Kill is it's called Hard to Kill because the whole thing is he don't kill nobody the whole movie except at the very end. Was the original script. Okay, and when they got Steven Seagal. They kept the script the same, but for some reason Steven Seagal couldn't kill the guy at the end. But they had already shot the whole movie like he had killed the guy at the end. So at the last minute, it's the guy gets basically headshotted, but somehow miraculously lives and has to go to court over this shit or something. Like, basically, like Steven Seagal rewrote his whole part in that movie, just because they said like. So he started doing that a lot. And that's when you started seeing, like, you remember the movie On Deadly Ground that I got from, I got that from Zach's little free shit sale, whatever. And it was him basically, he's in Alaska. It's sort of played on the whole Exxon Valdez thing. Yeah, basically, you started seeing him do stuff like that. That was when he started basically being the director and the actor at the same time. And, that shit was funny. That shit was, but yeah, it was like that happened more and more until he just like faded into obscurity. Yeah. And apparently, from what I've heard, he's not even like that nice at martial arts. Like from what I've heard, he has his 7th dan in Aikido, but that's a very like it's looked at as a very potentially useless martial art because none of the attacks are offensive. It's all defense, so there's nothing you can do without someone having thrown a punch or kick at you.
Is that the one where you take their...
Yeah, it's the thing he does in all the movies, where he's doing all them crazy like throws and shit. It's basically like a non-offensive form of judo. And yeah, so people are always like, oh, they only talk about him because he got 7 down in Aikido. Like, yeah. And then he started playing guitar. He plays guitar atrociously. Yeah.
Great.
He's terrible.
He was good at something at one point, though.
No, like he's got a good sound, like in terms of what he wants it to sound like, but it doesn't really sound like that when it comes out. Yeah. So, but yeah, Steven Seagal, man. Steven Seagal.